4, 3, 2, 1. Game start. Here we go. Montreal or PolyStar Montreal. Polyol is their new name. PolyStar Montreal in the red, NYU in the blue. Looks like only Hero from PolyStar is oh my gosh. There's too many Polys. Polytechnique Montreal. Looks like they're out with their Hero. NYU have both of their robots out.
Both robots on NYU being standards, opting to not take a Hero and instead just operating with the 2 standard chassis, which would be easier to build for younger teams.
We've hopped in the view of the PolyStar robots here. Is that their name? Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
PolyStar
good.
is their
wow.
name.
I was so
NYU's
confused. I was like,
UltraViolet.
dude, I keep thinking PolyStar. Yeah, we're in the cockpit of the PolyStar robots. That's valid. It's early in the morning, chat. I'll wake up. Don't worry.
Looks like that Hero is standing uncontested in that middle buff zone. Does not look like his turret is going to be very functional, where it's just pitched all the way down.
That's very down, dude.
It's very down.
It's very down.
However, nobody's contesting him for the middle, which is that pretty good buff zone for.
So Matt, I was
attacking
thinking about this yesterday, and I don't want to jinx it. There are 3 minutes left. But what happens if no one deals any damage in a match? We have several teams that are
think it just
competing
goes
and
to a
don't launch
draw.
any projectiles. Is it a draw?
I think it's a draw if there's not even any structure damage, right? Because I don't think anytime it defaults to kills, does it?
So far, PolyStar has not spent any of their gold, so I'm confident they won't be able to fire any projectiles. NYU has spent 100 gold, so in theory they could fire, which would be great. Be a
Yes.
nice way to start the morning.
That it would. Oh, there we go. They prove they can. Blue standard
They're
3.
shooting the wall. There we go.
At least shooting a little
All
bit.
right, blue standard 3. I think if he does any damage to any of the other team, hopefully the sentry, right? Land 1 on the
Yeah.
sentry, they definitely win. If PolyStar can't get any projectiles launched, this should be NYU's game. But their robot is sitting in front of the base, defending against the other robots that don't fire projectiles. An interesting strategy. Not one I'd recommend. But
Looks like blue standard
It's
3
there.
might need some extra tuning after this match on the side of his gimbal. Whenever he's turning, it looks like his turret might be turning just a little bit more than his chassis.
let's cheer him on, chat. Come on, blue standard 3. You can do it.
Looks like
Or
he's
blue standard
taking
4.
aim at the sentry.
Take one shot at the sentry. It's all you need.
We'll see if he's able to connect.
Still no
Putting his team in the
projectiles
lead.
purchased by PolyStar. There is no threat to the NYU robots if they choose to move past the halfway point. They're taking some shots. Oh, it was a great decision. I applaud their attempt. They did not able to hit the sentry.
Looks like that barrel overheat might have gotten to him.
Matt, I wonder if accidentally killing your own robots will make the other team win. For those of you who may not know in chat, if they go over their power limit or if they die by barrel heat, I wonder if that death will cause you to lose the tie.
It very well might.
I have no idea. These aren't problems we see so often. And I know all these teams have put a lot of work into these robots, and they want to see them launch projectiles even more than we do. And NYU is able to do so. We'll see if they can land a shot onto that sentry. They've got a minute and a half to go.
Truly is anyone game. It looks like, I think we just saw PolyStar purchase projectiles, as their number has now dropped from 900 to 825, meaning they do
Oh my
have the ability
goodness.
to shoot.
Well, here we go. Might have ourselves a game with a minute left to go. They were just building suspense. Come on. NYU also spent 100 more gold. They had only spent 100. Now they've spent 2. They have 1,000 gold left over. There's some big brain strategy here where at the end they'll buy a Rolls Royce. Please sponsor us, Rolls Royce. Thank you.
That would be a generous offer.
Looks like the NYU standards will need to get a little bit closer if they want to take a shot at the sentry. There goes standard 4. Come on, buddy. 30 seconds left to go. He's going to clutch it up. He needs to land one shot on the sentry.
One shot on that force armor panel at the top of your screen.
Come on, NYU. Oh, it's so close.
he's
He's
a
shooting a
little
little low. Can he get closer? Can he shoot higher?
15
Anything.
seconds left.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, no. Can they? I don't know. I don't know what happens. I have no idea what happens.
Game.
Referees,
Looks
what
like
happens?
Red wins. I think that might have been because of the
Because
barrel
of the barrel heat damage? Oh, but that can't be though. I'm grateful that both these teams are here, but those 2 seconds when the head referee was here to chat with the NYU fans, and I think they're still going to go for it. After a match like that, you might just sit in your base and wait for the other team to make a mistake, because they might go over their power limit. But I do believe that NYU is going to attempt to land some hits. All they have to do is deal more damage than they accidentally do to themselves.
Looks like PolyStar's standard is now moving around. I think that's a
and they
change from
purchased
last
projectiles. There we go. NYU has bought all 250 gold worth of projectiles. That is more than their whole last round. So let's see what they can do. Standard 3, look at the mound of projectiles in his hopper.
Both standards lining up for shots on their respective sentries.
Also note that PolyStar, this match has both of their robots out of the base.
Oh, and that's going to be a similar situation to last time.
All right, so technically NYU could just sit and win this match. But with the true champion spirit, I do believe they will still go for it. And as now a second death comes across, NYU has free reign. They could accidentally die once to barrel heat and it would still be okay. Let's see. The shield is down, or the invulnerability, excuse me, is down on the PolyStar base. The standard could just shoot the base. They don't have to go for that sentry. The sentry is so high up that the robot was struggling to aim that high. They could just go for the base armor panels. They're allowed to get really close to the base. That's the move I would do if I was the driver in this situation.
That might be a good move, as it might be hard to get over there though, considering the power limit is continuing to be exceeded a little bit.
So chat, just a little bit about that base protection while we're talking about it. The base has a shield and it has invulnerability. These are separate. When the first blood comes across the invulnerability of that team who had a death, that invulnerability goes away. Oh! The hero from NYU, from PolyStar, launching projectiles, which we love to see, accidentally overheats. Really hard not to overheat as a hero. You can only shoot one projectile every 5 seconds.
I think NYU also did get some damage in before the hero went down.
Excellent job, excellent job.
Because one hero shot coming out will not kill it, as we saw last time. And that looks like that's actually going to be another chassis death.
Come on, NYU, go for the base, go for the base.
Shots at Red Hero 1. The Red Hero turret actually not being just ragdolled the entire time.
Looks like standard Blue 3 is thinking about the sentry, moving back behind cover.
Blue standard 4 engaging Red Hero 1.
There we go. NYU definitely braver this match than they were the match before. They realized that sitting around can lose you the match.
There's
and,
that overpower
once
again. That overpower coming from the fact that you're able to pull more power than the ref system is allowing you to.
Wow! You can't see the robot they're shooting at because he's right against the wall. But both of the blue standards able to team up and get a kill onto red standard 3 from PolyStar. Excellent job from NYU. The first true blood of the match, and we love it. Great job.
Now it looks like they're moving on to target. No, and now we've got some actual hits on that sentry. There we go.
Look at that! Real win conditions coming across. NYU showing me that they can reach the sentry, and they might be able to just take it all the way down. Oh, you know what it is, Matt? They needed to level up their standards. They needed the faster firing speed to get the height. That's what it is.
And
they now have the sentry down,
sentry.
And with 1 minute and 30 seconds left, they have officially, I started to say, done damage to the base. There it is! Excellent, excellent, NYU. What a turnaround from game 1. Chat, this is what we love to see. This is why we like these best of 2s. It gives the teams a chance to make some quick corrections and move along after a first match.
That it does indeed. Now it looks like Blue Standard 3 is going to go retreat and try to go refill on ammo. Now all they got to do now to just become much more competitive is just figure out that early game, try to solve those overpowered chassis issues, and that's it. And that's a relatively minor issue to some issues that could be happening.
That's right, and it's not an uncommon problem. Level 1 standards are incredibly weak, and that's where the heroes kind of come into play. A level 1 hero is much stronger than a level 1 standard.
So long as you can control that barrel heat.
That's right. But a level 1 standard is really tough to be useful with. The projectile speed is so slow, it's hard to aim correctly. We see, look at that, PolyStar Standard 3 was making a run for the sentry, which is the right play with 30 seconds left to go. Unfortunately, he dies.
That's probably going to be due to that chassis overpower once again. which is just kind of a chronic problem. We saw it a lot last year, just with the newer teams trying to make sure that they're able to.
Oh my goodness, listen to that
regulate
level
that power.
3 standard power as those hits come across with 7 seconds left to go. Just go for it, NYU. You can die to barrel heat. 2 seconds, 1 second. Heck yeah. A great job from New York University. Also, great job from PolyStar. They showed up. They had all 3 robots. They were able to fire with their hero. If they can get that barrel heat figured out, they'll be just fine.